This is the continuation of my life story, a girl from the mountain. So, yeah, growing up, like I said on the last part of the video, I was the top student on the mountain. So here's the time of reality is I had to leave the mountain because I had to continue my studies. I was going fourth grade at that time. And I remember the first time I got so excited because my parents said, "You will be wearing uniform. You will wear new shoes. You will have new shoes." Oh, no, I know the uniform was white and the skirt was blue. I remember that clearly. So, and then they said, because on the mountain, of course, we don't have uniform. You can just go to school with paper. You can just go to school with nothing. You can go barefoot. No one cares. Which is, a lot of the kids also did that on the mountain. Because of course they cannot afford sleepers. So the teacher understand the situation that she don't have rules as long as you come to the school and you're welcome. But then my parents told me that downtown on the bigger school it's different. You have to wear uniform, you have to have a bag, and it pieces of notebooks, like you have notebook on every subject. Yeah, so it pieces of notebooks. And so I was so excited. I thought, oh, this is my new journey. And you know, I had to I was like, I was so, because maybe because my parents were telling me I will get these new things, and I was excited. I was overwhelmed. But then, so my father brought me to the bigger school, and I was amazed how huge the school was. So I was like, wow, this is a big school. And then he told me is the teacher here was my classmate, and I'm taking you to her classroom. And then so I meet the teacher, they were friends, they were talking, and then I thought it was just like on the mountain where you enroll, that's where you would go. So I was with my father. He gave me a tour around the campus, and then it wasn't the start of the school yet. So, and then we went back to the mountain. When I went back to the mountain, I was so excited to tell my friends that, the school is huge. And I even told them there's a lot of cars on the downtown. They were like, "How many cars did you see?" I was like, "A lot," because I stayed there long enough to see a lot of cars. Because we were like, we were so ignorant that when somebody goes to the downtown, they have to count the cars and tells our friends. I was like, I saw a big truck, I saw a big bus or something like that. And then they were asking, how many? What was the name of the car? Because the bus have names on the side. Like, I remember at the time there's a Billy Boy and the carpet. And they said, did you see the Billy Boy? It was the orange or red something. And the carpet was green. That was the name of the buses. They were passenger buses. And then my friends were like, did you see this? And they were really amazed how many car I saw. I was so excited to tell them. And then after that, I was waiting for a few days. My mom already have my stuff. My parents also were ready. They prepare for this. My father, like, he was saving that money from the harvest of one of his crops, so he can provide me those nice notebooks, bags, and a new uniform. They were also excited about my journey. Anyway, it was my time. And then, so like, okay, it was just me because I was the eldest, and then my brother like have 1 year more on the mountain. He was gonna be third grade, so I was gonna be fourth grade, so it was only me in the family. And then one also, my mom said, you will have money. I never had the money on my whole life. Like, she had a store. Growing up, she had like a sari, we called it in the Philippines a sari-sari store, where you can buy your necessities, like 1 piso for soy sauce, 1 piso of oil, one globe of garlic, or 1 pieces of onion. It's a small store where you can buy like a little bit of salt and all that stuff. So it's very basic, but at that time, I think it was my mom and one of my aunt also have the sari-sari store on the mountain. So on the recess of school, I never had money. We don't have money. Like, even the other kids, they don't. We used to go pick guavas, or just my mom would give me snacks. Um, like, So when she introduced me, she told me that I'm gonna have money for snacks. I was excited. I was excited about the money, and then it's like, wow, it's really different. It was different to me. Everything was new to me, and all I thought was, uh, I never thought that it wasn't all the glamour. It wasn't all the fancy things that I was gonna get. I found out the reality when I sat down in the classroom. So when I arrived, I even got lost. I was looking where is my, so I was fourth grade, and then at that time it was there's and I didn't know. Of course, everything was happening back then. I don't know anything about it. I could laugh now and tell you my story, but at that time it was a challenge. So all I know was I was fourth grade and I was section 2. There was section, I don't know what was section 1 or 2 means, but growing up, I figure if you're smarter, you will be in section 1. At that time, I was section 2. It was, I don't have idea why it happened at the time. So I just go in this room and find a seat, and then when I try to sit down, one of the girls said, "Oh, somebody's sitting there." I was like, "Nobody's in there," but okay. It was there in the front, so I went to the back and I found a seat. And then this, it was my first experience that I wasn't a princess anymore in this classroom. I wasn't, they don't know me. I was a stranger. It's like I get used to the attention that I get in the mountain, where I was the granddaughter of the leader, the barangay captain, and I would say we had more compared to the other people, and like that was my life. I thought it was my reality, but then when I sat and they were like, "Oh, she's so dark. Where she came from?" At that moment, I was wishing if I could disappear, just this chair would just eat me, and if there's a hole and just swallow me down the ground. I was wishing it could happen to me, because I never thought that my skin color would matter. I never thought that because I would say on our place, on our village, is like they thought my skin was perfect because I don't have a lot of scars. I told you I didn't work on a farm, so I didn't get wound so much. I don't have a lot of scars, so my skin was just brown. But I was so dark. I was so brown, but it doesn't matter to me. I never care about my skin until that very day. That why they were talking about my skin color, and then they were saying she's a girl from the mountain. I was like, it was a big deal. And then when the teacher arrived, she said, "I'm sorry, we're overloaded on this class. Some of you guys have to transfer to the section 1." Of course, I volunteer myself. Nobody wants in that room to say, "I wanna go there, I wanna go there." No one. So I introduced myself. I said, "I wanna go there." So I was so happy when she gave me the chance that, okay, I'm gonna help you. And then she asked me, "Do you know where to go?" I said, "No, because I came from no, mom." I said, "No, mom, because I came from Manaing. That's the name of our place in the village." I said, "This is my first time here," and she guided me. But she transferred me to the section 1, but it was, since then, it was on my mind. It's like until now, I know who were the people that told me that, like, for me, it was a criticism that I was so brown on that day. I never forget that. It's like if you're a kid and you feel rejected for the first time, it was like it will have impact on your whole life that you won't forget that. So until now, I know the faces. We grew up together. We went to the same school, but we became friends like at my last year over there. But I never forget what they told me, that I was so brown and I was from the mountain. Until now, but now, of course, I'm proud that I came from the mountain. That's why it made my story unique. That's why I'm telling you guys my life story, right? Because this is different. And then so I was out of that experience, and the rest until I graduated. And then of course I also realized that I wasn't the smartest kid in the room, and And it was hard for me to have a friend. So at that time, the happiest day of my life was the Friday afternoon. And the saddest day of my life, for every day for 3 years, was the Saturday afternoon, because I had to go down the mountain. Sometimes if my so the market day on downtown is Thursday or Sunday. Sometimes if my father will go down on Thursday, I was waiting for him because I was begging him to go back to the mountain. Sometimes he will take me. He will say, "But you still have class tomorrow?" But I said, "It's okay. It's okay. It's not very important. I will just go with you." Sometimes maybe he will take me out of pity. He will take me, but if he said I can go with him, oh no, I don't even take my clothes. I will just go with him. I will go up the mountain. And my mom said, "You left your clothes downtown. Now how you are gonna wash it?" I was like, "It's okay. I will go back there Sunday morning so I can wash my clothes and it will dry out." But then I will still, and then when I found out that my father will go there on Monday morning, I would say, "Can I stay here tonight, please? Bring me tomorrow." "Bring me tomorrow. I will go with you tomorrow." And my father would say, "You will miss the school tomorrow morning." I said, "It's okay. It's not very important." It's like my life was like that until 6th grade, that I always beg every day to, if I could just stay on the mountain, that they don't have to send me to school. But of course they have to force me. Sometimes they will even get mad because like somebody goes down the mountain. It was Thursday and my father missed it. He doesn't have anything to do down. If somebody goes down from the mountain and my father wasn't there, but of course I know all the people, so I can just go whoever was there. So they will take me with them. And then there's like, "Your father's gonna get mad, you're going home." I said, "It's fine, it's fine." Just told them, I'm the one that did it. It's my decision. I said, okay, as long as we're not gonna get in trouble. So they will take me with them, and my parents were surprised. "It's just Thursday, you're already here." So part of those, decision on my childhood was also have impact why I wasn't the top student, because I was missing classes because of me wanting to go back to the mountain. It's like it was 4th grade, 3rd grade, and 6th grade. Finally, I finished, and I was like, "Now what?" Because downtown, no high school. So it's like, do I have to live far away? And then my parents were smarter at the time. They sent me to my aunt, who were living who was living in different town. She was high school teacher, and then so I had no choice. I had to leave them again. But this one was also sad because I couldn't stay. I couldn't stay with them on the mountain. I had to, like, I don't know how to ride a bus. So maybe I was thinking, maybe that's why they sent me here, so I cannot keep missing classes. So they sent to my aunt. They sent me to my aunt and told me that so after I finished my 6th grade, I thought, wow, finally maybe I could ask my parents just for me to stay on the mountain. But my parents were like, "I thought you want to be a teacher. You're not gonna be a teacher if you stay on the mountain. You have to keep studying." I was asking my mom, "How many more years until I become a teacher?" And my mom was like, "You have to finish high school and you have to go to college, and then maybe you can be a teacher." I said, "That's a long time, but I want to stay here on the mountain." I said, "You have to keep studying. You have to live with your aunt, and that's it. That's final decision." Now I was like, this is the hardest part of my life. I have to live my life. I was like, how I'm gonna get there? So they will pick you up. I said, how I'm gonna get home? We will figure that out. I was like, what? So anyway, I will continue my story on the part 3. It's about my high school journey. See you on the next one.